What's up, everyone? It's Guru Jojo, and in this video, I want to speak about the difference between being a godly person or being godly natured versus being demonic or devil like in nature. Before I jump into this, though, I do want to mention that we are actually, because we live on planet Earth, and this is between the perspectives of heaven and hell. Earth is basically the center point, almost like purgatory. Basically, we're living in a space in which we are constantly trying to blend both the polar opposites of life. So keep that in mind. So here's what I have to say about this topic. I'm basically trying to explain the real meaning and reasoning behind these energies in the first place. So when someone's speaking of a godly person, what they actually mean is that this is the type of person who's able to see the bigger picture of their situations, right? And therefore, they're able to sacrifice because they extracted the lesson from their situations. So now they're able to sacrifice things, and therefore, that now creates more space within their energetic field to attract new situations. So these are the type of people that people feel like are blessed, they're lucky, they're holy. They take the whole picture and then they extract the lesson, and they literally they're able to let go, to give up things because they see the bigger picture of situations, and then this helps them to attract in new things. This would be a godly person. They're constantly purifying themselves. This is why a lot of people, what do? During Lent, you're supposed to give something up because you're trying to match your energy with the energy of the Lord, with the spirit of godly nature, of seeing the bigger picture, and then being able to sacrifice something. So then on the other extreme would be the demonic or the devil-like natures. And this has to do with so both extremes are manifestors, keep that in mind. But the demonic and devil-like natures, these have to do with seeing things through its own perspective solely, and therefore, in order to prevent insecurity, it creates a system to basically prevent insecurity from occurring before it's even been thought about to occur. So it's basically pre-assuming being under attack, and therefore they kind of create a system that they do over and over again to assume safety. It's hard to explain, but understand that the word devil, okay, so if you spell it backwards, it's the word lived. So it's something that has already happened. It's already lived. So it's dead. So it's basically like dead energy. Any type of dead energy represents insecurity. It basically represents something that you're holding on to that's no longer a benefit. So therefore it like tricks your mind into thinking that you need to do this. And so that's why it's like being put under a spell. It's devil-like. It's devil in nature because you're being possessed by a dead energy, the past that has occurred to you. You never extracted the bigger picture. You never extracted the knowledge from the situation, and therefore you still have a one-sided perspective, and your behaviors are now manifesting through that one-sided perspective, and it's creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. So you keep attracting the same situations over and over again because you never actually extracted the bigger picture in your life and detached yourself from that situation to now manifest blessings. Does that make sense? It's hard to explain, but it's like if you really look at language really teaches you what these words actually mean. And it's not by mistake the word evil and the word devil literally spell live and lived, because it's something that already had existed. You already experienced it in your past. You just have to gain the wisdom and the knowledge from those situations so that you could detach yourself from the situation and attract something new. Because we keep facing situations over and over again because we are brought here to face these situations so that we can extract the wisdom and the knowledge from it. That's what sin is. That's what karma is. So that's basically what I wanted to mention in this video. And then I'm also not tonight, but tomorrow maybe, or the next day, I'm going to do a video on like karma and law of, not karma, on law of attraction and how that works, and because it's related to like these two natures, these two extremes that we face in our life. And it's important to be aware of being under attack and using methods to prevent us from, you know, losing our security sometimes. But at the same time, we do also have to act within godly natures and be open and be able to detach from situations after first extracting wisdom and knowledge from our situations. So because we live on earth, and like I said, earth is basically like the midpoint between these two extremes of life. There's like these two gods. There's like the dark lord, and then there's the lighter lord or whatever. And it's like we have to try to, you know, find balance between these two extremes. And a lot of us, we too extreme in these energies. And a lot of times people could go to church, people could live a very godly, holy life, surface level, but they fail to recognize that their subconscious mind is evil. Like, you could be colored on the surface like a godly, you took the host, thanks be to God, but behind all of that is dirt and filth and like mud and bugs, because you haven't taken care of your dark sides. That's why it's important to be in tune with both. You should not only focus on positivity. I'm sorry, I said it. You should not only focus on positivity, because life is not peaches and cream. It's not. I don't know whose life is. And if it is, they're delusional and they're only trying to focus on one side of life. Like, life is tough. I don't care if you're rich, if you're poor. I don't care if you're a doctor, a lawyer. I don't care if you're a friggin' stripper. It don't matter. Like, life, we have to face both extremes of life, and it's important for us to be consciously aware of both. If not, those subconscious insecurities, those subconscious fears, that subconscious dirt and filth will subconsciously control your life. You will attract dirt and filth that surface wise looks beautiful, but then is literally just dirt. So you really have to be consciously aware of both energies so that you can gain more control in your life. I'm learning this too. We learning it together. So keep that in mind. I speak about these things as I'm experiencing them. So, you know, anyways, thank you for watching this video. Blessings, love, and light.